purpose of TFP is to create a safe place for junior youth where they come without their parents, without their phones, without any of the outside world, and where they create in one short week they create a unity with the whole group. So through like working together in academic class, but also playing games and really like bonding in many different aspects, they create this unity and they get closer together as a group. And I feel that it's also very important, TFP, another important goal is to inspire the juniors to go home with like new inspired, with new knowledge about the faith and with new inspiration to start something on their own, in their home community. So to come home and to start saying these prayers that they learned in the 19 days feast, or to talk about Baha'u'llah, like how they've learned, or to tell stories or anything that they've basically learned in TFP. And I feel that as a junior, it affected me so much. It really created my Baha'i identity. I can just straight away say that I would not know if I would have been the same person now if I wouldn't have been to TFP. So for me, it was just so important to see what could the world look like if we show all these virtues, if we just act towards each other with like such love and kindness, and always try to include everyone and try not to backbite and all this. What could a society look like if we do this? And that inspires juniors so much, because when they start noticing this, they're like, whoa, this is so different from the outside world. And I think that's something you can definitely take home. That you see, not only that your parents tell you, Baha'i faith is so amazing, but that you actually experience what an effect the Baha'i faith can have on a person. And that's, if you know that being kind can have such a powerful effect, then you no matter in what setting, you will try to use this kindness, because it has an effect. It really works. You've seen it in practice.
Yeah, so it's like a Baha'i-inspired program, but you don't have to be a Baha'i to attend it, and it's to impact the youth and to show them how they can change the world.
I feel like you don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to be a person that the society wants you to be, because in TFP there is no society that wants you to be different or the same. There's a society that agrees with whomever you are, whoever you want to be, that's actually you. And people won't judge you for the fact that you're crazy or that you're a bit more silent, because everyone is different in this group. And I love that about it.
Well, we have some games that are repeated every year in a way. Sometimes they change them a little, but they usually stay the same. They always teach us some kind of virtues, like we have capture the flag, which you have to use cooperation, and also like selflessness, to listen to the other person and respect. So yeah, that's a really cool game. And also we have another game which brings up the topic of racism. Every year people get emotional because I think it's a very touchy subject, and I think in a way for those who already get the pressure, I think it's hard for those very much. I've seen it happen to my friends, but for those like me who don't really get it in our everyday life, it's important to remember that the world is not pink and fluffy, but we should be helping people around us with this, for example.
From a kind of non-Baha'i perspective, an animator sounds like a kind of odd word maybe. And I've thought about it a lot, because usually maybe on camps they would call them someone older, teacher. But the role of the animator is not quite as a teacher, it's more as a friend who's older and gives advice. So in junior youth groups, when we animate the junior youth groups, we're not teaching them, we're actually learning together and walking together on a path of service. That's how I feel what the word animate actually means.
I think first and foremost, they need to remember that they're examples to the junior youth, but they're also friends and older brothers and sisters rather than superiors.
I would say that coming to TFP, it's not like making regular friends at another camp, it's making family and becoming closer to God, spiritually and also mentally.